Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to do an art journal page. Just what I feel like doing today. So I thought I'd turn on the camera and sit and kind of talk and play and, all that fun stuff. So I am going to be using items that I have sitting around that I want to kind of get through before I use newer stuff. So I pulled out the Dina Wakley Media Heavy Body Acrylic Paint. I have a handful of those I got from company, so I got those. And I have here the one of the art journals that I made eons ago. Showed you guys how to make, where you could just use some of your yarn. I did not finish it. I did not put beads and fancies on here because this was just, a show. I don't think I've really worked in here, so that's what we're going to do today. And if you want to see me make one of these very simple art journal pages out of a cereal box or pasta box or whatever, let me know down below. And yeah, so, and always, if you're not already and you would like to be subscribed to my channel, I try to put up videos 3-4 times a week, and all you have to do is click that subscribe button down below. And if you are subscribed to me, or you are going to subscribe to me, click that bell down there. It notifies you when I upload, because YouTube is just having all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So this is going to be mixed media art journal page, beginner, medium, not sure. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but we're going to do something. So I'm trying to use up a lot of products that I have, and I have a lot of paper. So I thought what I would do is, let's say you have a book. Let's say you have a magazine. You know how I do the magazine art journaling? Well, let's say you have one of those, or you have something that has pictures on it, or maybe you have a page in your art journal or a spread that you just don't dig. I have many of those. And you want to cover it, but you don't necessarily want to do gesso and all. Take a piece of scrapbook paper. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be book text, it could be scrapbook paper, it could be anything. So what I think, this is a thick piece. I don't know so much I'm going to use that thick of a piece. So I'm going to grab this and just kind of go through it. I don't want it too dark. I might just stick with that green. Ooh. See, I want to do teal and pink. I think that's where I'm heading. So I don't necessarily, I want to show you what to do if you don't have teal. And this is kind of busy, right? Yeah. Let's rip this one out. Replace it. Now you can see the difference. This is like cardstock, which I'll use, but not at the moment. And this is more papery. I don't know if that makes a difference, why I'm running my finger over it, but I think you're going to pick up what I'm putting down. Now, I love, what do I love? Knocking all my stuff over, paper Mod Podge. So that is what we're going to do. And I like to kind of measure it. I don't like to like glue it all and then rip it if I can help it, but we're going to say right there. And I'm just going to cut it, and I'm not going to worry too much if I am on point or not. Because I could trim, but see what I like is now I can make ATCs, whatever I want to do. And then I'm just going to rip this white off, but you don't have to. You can really just use this white as part of what you do, but I'm ripping. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put this here. I can see where I'm at. It would be easier. It sure would if I just kept it. But I want kind of like some rippage. So I don't necessarily mind if some of that background is showing through. It's just the way I do it. It's okay. You don't like it, you do it whatever way you want. Because that's why we are free to be me. Or I am free to be me. Or whatever. We're all free. So just throw some paint, some Mod Podge. Now, if you have a background that you already are ready to use, that's perfectly fine. I am, like I said, I'm gonna put this like in the, kind of in the middle. I'm not worrying about if it's straight or not. And then I'm just gonna kind of do this, kind of push it down. And you can take, I've been asked this question quite a few times. You can take this and roll it I don't normally do that, but you can. I mean, it's not going to hurt anybody or anything. It's just going to push it down. And if you are new to my channel, I am a mixed media artist who loves everything. I love making jewelry and playing with clay, and I am disabled with RA and fibro and all those fun things. So sometimes my stuff does not come out how I want it in my head, but I don't care. I just like doing it. I just like doing it. Okay, so you can see, very simple. Not a big deal. And I'm okay because this is going to give different tonality, right? Okay, so that's going to kind of dry. And you can use your heat gun if you want. I'm not really going to worry about it too much. But what I am going to do is kind of give it a rub. Because who doesn't like a rub? And I want to do some, this is turquoise. So I've not used these in a while. So, and you can see, I'm just going to like, I mean, I'm not really going too much. I want to put some, I don't know if these get shook or not. I'm shook today though. All right, now you want to use your hands by all means. You want to use a brush by all means. I am going to, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Maybe I'll just use my same brush. And I don't care if it is damp or wet. Now let me tell you something I was going to do, and I changed my mind at the last second, was I was going to use brown bag, because you can get brown bag at your grocery store and then reuse it. And I love doing that. I love making faux leather. I love, okay, I'm going to miss that yellow at the moment. I just want to push this back, because when you do this, you're pushing back a lot of the color. Of that green, and I still want some of that to come through. I'm not hating on the green, and then I'll go in with some yellow. Now you can see it's going on different pages. I don't care if it goes on the back pages, but what you can do is take printer paper, or you see how I'm just kind of mixing that, so you kind of get like a green going. You get, you know, it mixes with that background. Here it's much greener, and let me move my camera a little bit, yeah. And here you could see it's on this darker page, it's like obviously a darker color. So, and that's it. We're just playing. I'm not art journal, you know, have an art journal that you just play in, and then have an art journal that maybe you want it to be more of, maybe you've learned something of, you learned. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is just playing. I just like playing. Sometimes I get like that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my heat gun very quickly, and I'm just going to give it a quick, and then I'm going to show you, because I like giving you guys tips. I might not have put enough of the paper Mod Podge down, which happens all the time, because this is like the worst part. I don't like gluing stuff down. I like painting. So if you are, you know, you see like some of it's coming up, like right here, there's a little bit, I would just stick that under there, run it, whoops, and go in and push it down. And you can see here, what the heck was I thinking there? Nothing went there. So I'm just gonna do that and push it down. This is so good. I love the Elmer's glue sticks, but any glue stick works, and most of them are really good anyway. So you don't have to, you know, be like, oh, I have to get Elmer's. Get what is it? I want to say UHR. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. It's the letters. But you can get store brand Aleene's. There's a million of them. Or you can just go back in with your glue, your Mod Podge. And I'm just going to give it a wipe. Okay. Now I have some white opaque flakes, and I'm not, let's hope it's still good, because some of these, yeah. And it just has white opaque like glitter in it. So if you don't have this, you definitely can just get your this is molding gel, but heavy gel, but you can get your molding paste, modeling paste, texture paste, whatever you have, your gesso, whatever, and just put some glitter in it. We're just going to play and see what we get on this. And I'm going to take, I just want a few things with some texture. So, I'm liking the elephant. I'm liking the elephant, but not exactly what I want to do at the moment. So I think I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to take, you know, whatever you have. Maybe you have popsicle sticks or, you know, whatever. And I'm going half on, half off. Let's see what this does. Every brand has their own kind of texture paste or modeling paste, molding paste. They call it something else. But I'm just going to do something simple like that. I want to do it up here as well. But you know what? I think I might need to mix this a little more. So, oh, nice. Okay. Just mixing it. And then I'm going to scrape that. And this is Liquitex. Like I said, even like craft brands, Plaid has them, Folk Art, Deco Art, they all have their own kind of thing. But this is just something that I happen to have. I'll put that over there and scrub it on there. Okay, and lift up. You can see, not anything fantastic, but what I might do is dry those and do those like pink. I'm not sure. Maybe a pink wash. I don't know. I really like this elephant though, but I just don't think that's what I want to do. I just want some texture, but you know what I might do? I might just take some. Let's just see. Kind of just like randomly put a little bit. I don't know. With no real purpose, just to kind of. Yeah. Kind of looks like eggshells in there. I don't know if you guys have been with me for a while. You guys know that I've taken eggshells and put it into Mod Podge. I've put it into, gosh, what else have I put it into? Mod Podge and white school glue and texture pastes and gel medium and glazing medium. I take eggshells and reuse them. Playing in my journal. Are these the little things that are in there? I don't know if you can see. But I put them, you know, when I'm playing around and I want some texture. Now, your heat gun is for embossing. It's for drying as well, but it's for embossing things. So if you don't have a heat gun, don't worry about it. Use a hair dryer. And if you don't have a hair dryer, just wait for it to dry, which is only a few minutes. Or when you're out and you're at your local thrift store or Goodwill, pick up one, a hair dryer for $1 or $2. That's all they are. And then you will have a chunky, let me see the texture. Yeah. Then you will have your own hair dryer to dry. That's all you need. You don't need all this heat. A few of you have emailed me about doing another, what am I doing, my next acrylic abstract painting. And if you're not aware, I've done two. I have the long version and a short version on my channel. I'll link one of them down below and at the end. But maybe I'll do it today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. See how it goes. Now here's the funny thing. You're not getting much of a, it's drying clear, so only the chunks show. So we're not getting a modeling texture paste kind of gig. Maybe I should have colored it. Maybe I will do that in a short video next, just to see what it does. There we go. I'm not going to worry too much more about this. I'll just move on. Look at this one though. I don't feel like I gave this one any love. So essentially what this is our super heavy gel with some glitter in it, some big chunks of glitter. Okay, so that's it. That's it. And I want to do some of this. This is magenta. And oh, not used in a while. Let's do it this way. I want to get it on those edges. A little bit of water. Okay. Now remember, this is the page, not this. This is just adding some other colors to, you know, for when we go to do another one. That is pretty though, the yellow and the pink. I do like it. These are not my normal colors, however, but who cares? So I'm going to lightly go over some of these areas that I laid that down. Just wet my fingers and lightly run over it just to get some color on that texture. Okay. And this is thick, so I don't necessarily want it to be that thick. So I'm going to add some water here, run it down this, run it down there. And you can see I'm like scraping it up with my finger, but you can definitely use your brush. It's not a big deal. I just kind of want to feel that texture. And if it lifts up and goes in there, I don't care. Because we're just doing a nice, cool background. Okay, so now I'll just take a paper towel or another piece of paper and kind of wipe that. This is kind of dry, all right. Now some yellow. What do I do with my yellow? Do I have yellow? Yes, I do. I just used yellow. Why wouldn't I have yellow? I want a little bit here. And then we're gonna bring that out a little bit there. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna squish. We're gonna take our plastic block and let's do a new technique, shall we? We're gonna squish. Maybe you don't have stamps. Maybe you don't have. And you see you can smush it. Oh, let's smush. We're gonna smush. Okay. And then what you could do is go on the page that maybe you're starting and smush there and smush there. And look, starting a new background. But of course, you know, use whatever you have. Just use a brush. It doesn't matter. And because this is plastic, it wipes off if you can hold the paper towel. It wipes off deliciously. Use a baby wipe probably. We clean it a little better. And then I'm going to hit it with, because I want those to stay in. I was thinking about cutting and laying down in for some texture, but I think I'm gonna, that's my dog, I'm sorry. He's itching himself in the box that he loves to lay in. I don't know if I can make my camera go there and look at this dog or not. And he likes having a piece of brown paper and he's just weird. I'm gonna hold this here for 1 second. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you're getting to create some sort of art. Even if you just sit and draw. You know, or take crayons and tell the kids to color in their coloring book and you sit and color. Get some creativity going. It doesn't matter if you're coloring, well, I don't know, what do the kids color nowadays? Frozen, I don't know what the heck. My nephew's into, what is he into? Superheroes. Let's me. There's my dog in the box. In the box. Okay. That's where he likes to lay and how he likes to lay. Who am I to tell him no? Okay, so what I'm going to do is take some white. Now, I'm going to use gesso. That's what I think I'm going to use. I'm going to use just this gesso. And I don't want it everywhere, but I'm going to do like squeezes. And it's okay if you go over an area that people get very confused, like, well, why am I putting all this paint down if I am just going to cover it up? And honestly, it's, you know, it's what I do. You don't have to necessarily do it. It's just, it's fun. And, you know, I'm going to take this to scrape it. This goes on here. And I've got a lot of questions about this. And I have a few things I want to say about this, which will be a different video. And it's not horrible, but there's a few things I want to tell you guys because I get asked a lot about it, which I understand. So, but there's some things I'll tell you. And you can see I'm using this because this is what this is good for. And you can decide what that means to yourself. Okay. And then I will just give it a little wipe. Like I said, some water will make it come off very good, but I just kind of give it the whole there and not worry about it too much. Now you can see just doing some white. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw in this, on this. I love gesso. I like to use it sometimes instead of white. It depends on what I'm doing. But what we're going to do today, just giving this a minute, dry so fast, especially, you know, if you're doing that. But what we're doing today is this, because I got asked about drawing this way. And honestly, you can draw whatever way you want, it's yours. But I have to turn it this way to draw because my hands, not a big deal. And I'm going to go in with, what am I going to go in with? Do I want a water soluble? Is that what this is? No, this is my pencil. Oh, Kelly. I don't know what I did with my pencil. Let's use this. And I'm just going to go in and draw. And I'm going to do, I'm going to have the face here. And then I'm going to do the neck kind of down this way. This is Graphitone medium wash, which I'll show you if you don't know what this is. I'm just going to kind of do this. So then this would be her neck, and this is where her shirt starts, right? And then I want this a little more sharper. Like an upside down egg almost, kind of like that. And then I'll go in, I'll start with her lips. And those of you know I do crooked sometimes, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to kind of do that. And the lips like that. Can you see? And then we'll do a nose. Just, you can do it that way, or you can make it bigger. I happen to have a bigger nose. There you go. And then you can, you see how you bring it up so you can, I don't know how well you can see. Yeah. You bring it up so you can kind of do the eyebrow so you get an idea. And I do, if you're not familiar, I do these things called odd girls. I do them all the time. And what they are, they're just, I just draw a girl or boy, whatever you want. And don't worry if the eyes are the same size or if they're where they're supposed to be, the lips a little crooked, because we all, if you look at yourself in the mirror, sometimes you have little teeny little things off. Maybe only you see, but you know, when you're learning how to draw or you just want to have fun and don't worry about it, just call it an odd girl. And that's what I do. So I'm going to go in with the top of the eye like that. And I'm going to do it over here as well. Not worrying about distance and all that kind of thing. I'm going to go in with the eyeball like that. And these can be fixed. Like I said, I am using the water soluble, but if you use a pencil, they can all be fixed. I'm going to go over like that. And you see, I'm not looking the same. I don't care. And then you can always spend more time and make them, you know, the way that you want. There's nothing wrong with that. And you see? And then I can go in and I can add her eyebrow. Like that. We can do hair. You know what? My go-to hair, honestly, is a part on the side. And I think probably because this is the way I wear, except I have curly hair. And then I just kind of bring it down. And then this would all be hair on the outside. So we could paint that. And you see? Not bad, not bad. And like I said, you can obviously do her hair. And there's that texture up there. And if this was all the way dry, it's still a little sticky. You know, but I'll paint over it. I don't care. And then you can go in with, if we use a small brush, let me just show you that kind of brush. And it is a size 10 liner. And I'm going to wet it. And then I'm going to go in and liquefy. You could liquefy with your Mod Podge, your gel medium, your decoupage, your paint, whatever's wet. I'm just showing you with water, if that's the kind you're using, or if you're using a Stabilo. I took my Stabilo out to use, but only the gods know where it's at right now. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to improvise and do it. Come on and do it. Come on and do it. Come on and do it. Do it. I was asked what this is. Because if you ever wet your brush, and even though you wipe it and you go to use it and it starts to drip down the barrel of the brush, and you know, like you're either trying really fast to get done so it doesn't drip on whatever you're doing. So that's what I do. I go like that, like to like throw the drip off. Don't ask. I think people, like, I get asked that so much, that and about my rings, but I think people think I had like some sort of tick, which I'm sure, you know, it probably looks that way. And although I have other issues, that's what that is for. All right, so I'm just going in real easy, not gonna worry about it too much here. I just want to get these eyes a little more, yeah. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some gesso. I know, I use a lot of gesso. And go in, and just a little bit, and I'm going to paint the white of the eye. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I want and you can use white paint, you don't have to use gesso. There's a big controversy sometimes if you go on some of my videos, people fighting about white paint and gesso. And look, they're interchangeable to me. If you can only afford one, white paint or gesso, I say gesso because it's a twofer. But if you can only afford, if you only have white paint, use it as a gesso. Use it as a base. There's nothing wrong with that. They're all interchangeable. It's all art. It's what you got, what you can afford. And I just want you guys to paint. I don't care what you buy. I could tell you good things to buy, you know, things that I like in like Golden or Liquitex. There's definitely, I love it. But I also love folk art, and I also love deco. Like I love it all. And I'm going to go in here because this is going to be the eyelid. And the reason I'm jumping here is, which I'll show you what I mean. Like you see, I did that. Now I'm going to go back into here and just put a little bit. I just didn't want to do it while the middle was so wet of the eyeball. So I'm just going to touch it in there. I'm not going to worry how white it gets because it's not, this isn't what kind of painting this is. But I still want that darkness of the eyeball. And just do it real quick here. And just lay it in. Anywhere you want it to be a little brighter when you go to paint it. I also will do this once in a while too. You guys will see me doing. Okay. And that's really it. That is really it. And then just make sure you rinse your brushes off. Now you can take your heat gun or hair dryer and real quick. Like I said, this dries really fast. You can go in with markers now that you got, like, you know, it's sketched out of how you want it. You can go in with, you know, whatever you want. And all I'm going to do is, I'm not going to complete the whole thing here, but one of my favorite things is, which I have sitting here, is unbleached titanium or Titan buff. It's called different things in different areas. So I'm just going to lay this here for the moment. And what I'm going to do is take a brush. I'll just use this brush. And I want it dry. I don't want it too wet. It doesn't have to be bone dry, but you know, just get so it doesn't run. And then I'm going to go in and just kind of lay. I know it's not going to, you know, it's going to be transparent under, you know, still. But I'm going to dip this in there for the moment. And I'm going to go in and just, and you might want a smaller brush because I'll probably curse myself in a little bit as I smudge, but I just want some of this. I know that color is going to come through, so, but I do want it a little, and if I go outside, it's okay because when I put hair, it can cover a multitude of sins, just like in real life. I'm just kind of, like I said, not worrying too much because we can go over and, you know, trace the nose again or different places that maybe you want it a little darker with that pencil or paint or marker. Hey, use a marker. Use a Sharpie or a Bic or a Tombow or whatever you got. Watercolor, Crayola, it all works. Okay, and you see how very quick, not a big deal. And then I have this here. Okay, and then I'll rinse this off. What color do we want to do her hair though? Let's do it blue. Okay, and then we'll do our eyes blue. So I'm going to take some of this blue. I'm going to take that little little brush I had, the liner brush. I'm just going to kind of go in and lay some of that in there. Like I said, I can go back in and draw whatever I want. So I know you guys keep asking about my keto channel that I want to do, and we're going to be doing it. It's just life all of a sudden took a turn, and you know, it gets hectic and with illnesses and all that fun stuff. So I think that my daughter and I are going to do like a more of a lifestyle channel. I haven't quite decided. Her and I have to sit and talk. And then Dave will be in it, but not, he's not going to be the main. person and all. And I don't know. So Emily and I are probably going to be doing it. And just playing around. Nothing fancy, but we do want to do stuff about keto, and we do, you know, want to talk about stuff. And Dave and I will do movie reviews and all that kind of stuff. But that's why things have kind of been put on hold a minute. If you're interested in checking out the channel, there's nothing on it, but if you would like to subscribe to it, because I'm really, we're really pushing for this week to get a couple videos up, Emily and I, or at least our introductory video. So definitely go check it out. I'll put it down below, and at the end of this video, I'll put the link. I will have like behind the scene art things, like when I sit and just do, you know, just do some different kind of videos, you know, where I make jewelry and I'm into metal now and just all kinds of stuff that I do. We're going to talk about life, and because a lot of people don't like that I do, that I talk a lot on the art channel. They want it to be an art channel and not about illnesses or that kind of thing, because a lot of people aren't ill. I get it. But, you know, so I get asked a lot to talk about a lot of things. So that's kind of where this is coming from. And then I'm just going to take my green, and this is just going to be my yellow, and this is just going to be a dress down here, and I'm mixing it with, I didn't wipe my brush off, obviously, because it doesn't matter if it gets a little green or not. You know what I mean? Because of the blue. I mean, it's just really, we're just playing. And just having fun. And if you want it greener, by all means, remember, just playing. Just playing around. And then that, and really, that's kind of where I'm just going to leave her today. I can do, let me dry this real quick. But you definitely can do it this way, like I said. I don't know if I have, I'll do it later. Again, you can see. So yeah, so let me know down below what you guys think about that. I have like a lot of ideas. Emily has some ideas, and I might even want to, like, I don't know, interview people I don't like who maybe are on keto or who do suffer from chronic illness. But I don't want that to be the whole channel. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. All right, so you can see I just used a marker. It's going to dry. It's not the biggest deal in the world. And then I'm going to just take, and you can use black marker like I'm doing, black paint. Is that black or blue? I don't know what channel, what color. You know, oh, my arm is sticking to the yellow that's not dry yet. Oh, I love it. That's how I walk around my life. So you can see, you kind of do that. And then I will take my pencil again. Make sure you see what happens. There was acrylic paint drying on here. And imagine if you're using a pen and you can't, you know what I mean? You don't wipe it off. Your gel pens or pens, that's what happens as it hardens and it gets plasticky. And then your pen's ruined. You don't want that. You want to do your best to clean them off. And I'm just going to go in and darken. I kind of put, you know, this is how I feel today. I'm going to put some very tired eyes. And you see how you just kind of darken it up and do your thing. Do your thing. I'm obviously working sideways. Darken up your eyeballs. And you can darken that up with colored pencil, with marker, with whatever you want. And then just tighten it all up a little bit if you want. If not, don't. I don't, it's yours. I'm just showing you. Now you can go back and add highlights if you want. I am a person who does enjoy, let's use, this is my China marker. I do enjoy highlights in the eyes. However, the ink's not dry the way you can see it's coming off on there, so not going to use that right now. But that's what you would do. You would just put some white paint, gesso, whatever, a little bit in the lips. See how the lip a little lighter. And you can, oh geez, you can put on, draw jewelry. You can go and add highlights in her hair. You can do whatever you want. But it's just fun. Just playing a junk journal, just to sit and have fun. Like I said, you can make these with your kids and do whatever you want with them. And like I said, I didn't use this yet, I don't believe, because I'm cleaning, so I'm finding a lot of things. But yeah, so you definitely can do it sideways. And look, let's put a word in here that's really going to mean something to me today, shall we? Yes, we shall. Before I turn my camera off, let's use our big Sharpie, because I'm obsessed with big Sharpies lately. I'm going to do it here. And my paint is not dry, so it's not, look at that. You don't want to keep that. I will cry if I go to use this and it's not working. But we want to make sure it's dry. So, okay, let's do this. You can see I started off real strong there. Now you can use black paint as well, which maybe that's what I'll end up using. Let's see if this will work. Oh, my dog is like scooching around. He doesn't like the, there we go. Much better. Not perfect, but again, wipe, inspect, put the lid on, you're good to go. But you see what I'm saying. So yeah, and you can see that's how I feel today. Very tired, but so happy you sat and joined me today. I appreciate it. And if you do anything, let me see it. Tag me. All my information is down below. I'm everywhere, all over the internet. And I love you guys. I love you guys so very much. Don't forget to check out my links at the end of the video and down below, where I will put, like I said, the new YouTube channel and all that good stuff. And as always, please be kind to each other. Here's my pencil. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting, and that is the truth. And I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.